Hey, thanks for checking out The Solid Verbal. Now would be a great time to subscribe to the channel for college football content all off season long.
Which schedule do you want to start out with? Which one rises to the top for you as being interesting or hard or tough or trappy or gumpy or whatever?
The one that is wall-to-wall flimsy. Michigan, your reigning champs.
I pulled the treasure sound just for Michigan, Dan.
Yeah.
Their over-under is 10.5. Why do you feel it's flimsy?
Well, I mean, they scheduled nobody. East Carolina, UNLV, Bowling Green, and then obviously Rutgers is part of the Big Ten slate, but that is a September to remember tie.
You could not ask for a more ideal schedule. If you're Michigan,
Yeah.
You've got road games at Nebraska, at Minnesota, at Michigan State, and at Penn State. The Penn State game will actually be very difficult. We know that. We expect that. The Michigan State game's rivalry. They play at Maryland. Maryland's sort of a sandwich game in between Penn State and Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
So, maybe some weirdness there. There has been Maryland weirdness as fairly recently here for the Michigan Wolverines. But by and large, I came away feeling like, this is one of the three easiest slates that I saw in the Big Ten.
Yeah, there's also no second-tier danger because no Iowa or Wisconsin, correct, on this Michigan schedule? So that sort of opens things up a little bit, I'd say. When you look at their schedule, their Big Ten slate, in terms of whatever you feel about the Rutgers quarterback situation, I think it's Gavin Wimsatt, who is the lone returning guy healthy right now. Depending on how you feel about that, the combination of experienced head coaches in this conference and returning starting quarterback. So do they have anybody between now and Maryland? Right? So Penn State, I know you're very high on Drew Aller. That's fine. But new full-time starting quarterback. Ohio State, new full-time starting quarterback. It's all new on this schedule. Minnesota, new, even though your guy, the Greek Freak, started a bunch last year and played a bunch last year. Nebraska, new everything. Indiana, full-time, new-ish everything. They make changes on the coaching staff. Michigan State, new full-time quarterback. Purdue, Hudson Card, new head coach. Like, everything is new. And maybe that works against Michigan on some level, that they have to prepare for the unknown, perhaps more than other teams, but they're probably roster-wise in the best possible position to have to prepare for the unknown. So I'm not going to say it's easy, because they still finished with Penn State and Ohio State 2 out of 3 weeks to finish the year. But in terms of how you could, as an architect, piece together this schedule, I don't think anybody has a bye before Michigan that's any sort of threat. It's just perfect. It's beautiful.
It is. It's a treasure.
Yeah.
It really is. It's a national treasure. It's a Big Ten treasure. If you're a Michigan Wolverine fan, you got to feel pretty good about the way this thing is set up. It toughens up the deeper you get into this thing, right? I mean, relatively speaking, by the time you get to late November with the rivalry and then Penn State 2 weeks prior on the road, like that will be a difficult stretch if there is one in here.
Sure.
But I feel really good about Michigan's chances here. Really, really good about Michigan's chances here.